Santino here, and can you believe the rate at which the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast is growing? It's incredible. It's going to be the biggest thing in the world. It's going to take over the internet universe. Like and subscribe, comment, follow them for all the latest episodes. Trust me, you want to get in now while it's early because it's straight to the top, baby. Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. It's number one. Crash and Burn.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode here on the fastest rising podcast in all of wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. And yes, we are here just chilling on a Sunday evening for viewing. We are taking our time machines, our four are going to go in the Crash and Burn time machine as we go way back to 2006 for the Royal Rumble. Yes, Royal Rumble 2006, which actually some of the pay-per-view, a lot of the matches that night, most of the matches really didn't make any sense, to be exact, because something main evented that shouldn't have main evented. So, I enjoyed the pay-per-view overall, but first I want to welcome the person who requested this to happen, Lucas.
Yes, it was alright. So,
Yeah.
definitely excited to do this one and, having this Rumble because for me personally, the Rumble match is special to me. Not everything else in this pay-per-view is very special, but really the Rumble match is special to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Next up, AJ.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the newest episode of the Crash. Oh, no, hold on. Welcome to the fastest rising podcast of all professional wrestling, the Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we're reviewing Royal Rumble 2006.
Last but not least, Josh.
What's up, everybody? It is your one and only assassin, Josh Danker here. Welcome back to the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. We're going back to the past here, the Royal Rumble 2006. Definitely a Royal Rumble that is one of the most memorable moments, in my opinion. It has a very memorable, very specific superstar. So, yeah, let's time and get into it.
Yeah. But definitely, before we go down the card here, this match should have been on the 2K Showcase.
Yeah, since...
Exactly!
I
don't know why they didn't have any sequence of that one. I don't know why they didn't even add this match for some reason. I don't know. That's just kind of messed me up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You all ready for the first match?
Yep.
Yes.
Gregory Helms defeated Kid Cash, Funaki, Jamie Noble, Nunzio, and Paul London in a six-pack challenge to become the new Cruiserweight Champion.
Oh.
Is that the time he got unmasked? Or something like that?
Became Gregory Helms. In my honest opinion, till this day, why didn't we get a Hurricane supervillain gimmick? I thought that would have worked. I think a supervillain Hurricane would have been interesting, but no, you didn't do it. You made him look like a guy that came from the dump. And you ruined him.
Yeah.
He's been ruined for his whole career.
Yeah. Not his whole career.
Not
his whole career. On an episode of Raw.
He beat The Rock. He beat The Rock on an episode. Got help on the rattlesnake. But still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But as of that, I think the match had a lot of momentum. I think the match, even though it was 7 minutes, it was always fun to watch the cruiserweights back in the time. Paul London was just an incredible cruiserweight. Even the dude, because he's the dude that slides into the ring and falls down to the ground. And it's and Paul London did do his shooting star press off the top rope, which was freaking incredible by him, like always. You have a lot of underrated cruiserweights in the match. You did have great steal by Gregory Helms when Jamie Noble put his finisher onto him, pins Funaki, 1, 2, 3, becomes the new champion. And I definitely think that was A lot of decent, underrated competitors in that match.
Like-
That was always cool to have. I remember back in the time when they would always have those open cruiserweight matches because of the cruiserweight division, everyone had a chance for the title. But as of that, I'm going to start with AJ.
7 minutes in a match, it's all right. Great way to start off the show. With like some of the best cruiserweights at the time, including Gregory Helms, Funaki, Kid Cash, which I didn't realize was in that match. And bro, Kid Cash is underrated. Like he was like an ECW original, bro.
Mhm.
And then like all of a sudden he pretty much joined up with the WWE and everything, and he became a cruiserweight and pretty much got
Yeah.
But yeah, man, all 7 cruiserweight, and also Funaki, another one as an underrated talent. He could have been like he could have been a champion, bro. Like as a SmackDown number one, that was some great stuff. Like he what he did like in the past, bro, it was great. I don't know why to this day they canceled that gimmick and switched it to Konfunaki, which
That wasn't bad of a gimmick in my opinion.
yeah, but it was a little bit
Funaki.
at the same time. But anyways, but this match overall was really good. I enjoyed it from all the cruiserweights.
Lucas, do you want to go?
Yeah, honestly, again, Cruiserweight by that time were very fast paced. Not like it usually is now. Like they're not really like versatile like back then. But like back then, it was honestly a fast paced match. Yes, it's like only like 10 and 7 minutes, but still like Cruiserweights were on a tape. Even in WCW around the time, they were like on their peak. Like they always have some kind of agile and new things in their arsenal. So with Gregory Helms winning the title, I kind of expected it, but kind of not expected at the same time because you have basically a 1 in 5 chance to win that thing. But personally, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. Again, I like fast paced action that kind of keeps me like what's going on. But yeah, no, not bad match.
No. Josh.
Honestly, a lot of the guys in this match are very underrated talent. I mean, Jamie Noble is one of them, obviously, but
Oh yeah,
and Kid Cash, Nunzio, Funaki, another underrated star, Paul London, definitely one of the best, superstars I've seen of like this generation. Like I remember him in 2008, but I didn't even know he was around, in 2006. I mean, but hey, what a coincidence. I mean, it was an awesome match, very underrated talent. A lot of these guys, especially, Gregory Helms, I agree. They could have done a Hurricane supervillain gimmick just to keep the character going. But honestly, it was a great match, and Gregory Helms, I guess, was the right choice to win.
Okay. All right, I guess everybody went here. We're going to get ready for the next match. Mickie James defeated Ashley Massaro as Trish Stratus is the special guest referee.
Oh God, here we go.
Yes. Who remembers when Mickie James had that very weird psychotic gimmick in early 2006?
I remember that actually was a good gimmick though. I'm not gonna lie.
It was. I mean, Mickie James felt inspired for Trish Stratus because, acting like she's her idol while even kissing her. But as of that, it's just, I knew Trish Stratus was very 50-50, even though when Ashley even got her ass kicked. Even though Ashley became a new star at the time. And, Ashley did get over. But Mickie James as well. But I really think it could have went either way, but I kind of get why Mickie James was going to be picked to win because of, of Mickie and Trish having their storyline going on to WrestleMania, which I think that was actually a good storyline. But the storytelling to this really showed it was going to continue. But all honest, it wasn't a bad match after all. All I know is Ashley got her ass kicked. And Mickie really carried that match, and Trish didn't know what to do. So Mickie won the match, and Ashley, we love you and we miss you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's start with Josh.
Honestly, Mickie James, for being in the company as long as she was, that was a very weird gimmick. I never would have imagined Mickie James doing something that kind of, I wouldn't have imagined her doing something like that. But man, Ashley Mazzaro, definitely a very underrated superstar in WWE. I wish she was, still around, but you know, we all know what happened in 2019. But yeah, it was a decent match. I didn't expect, they had a special referee. They should actually bring those matches back, the special guest referee matches.
Yeah.
But it was a decent match. I enjoyed it.
Well, good, Josh. Let's let AJ go.
Yeah. This match was alright. Not the best.
Yeah.
But I feel but overall alright match, but they were built decently. And Trish, of course, feuding with Mickie James, I think at the time. So someone had to put Trish Stratus somewhere, and obviously she's got to be the special referee, and she pretty much I don't know, she just came in out of nowhere for Mickie James and Ashley Massaro's matches, which rest in peace, Ashley Massaro. We miss you. But overall, this was an alright match. Not the best, but good defense. At least WWE gave new women an opportunity, at least.
Oh yeah.
Instead of Trish Stratus and Lita all the time.
For sure.
Yeah. Lucas, do you want to go and have a disagreement there? Because I can tell from your expression.
So I actually kind of watched this as of recently. Honestly, it was just mediocre, and honestly, one of the worst matches on the card because, first of all, it wasn't very authentic for Ashley because she just got her point ass kicked, honestly.
More like a jobber match.
Yeah, and also around that time they wanted to build up Mickie James at the start against Trish Stratus, who on her decline as her career is down in her peak now, not just retiring at that point. So I figured that was gonna happen because Mickie James around that time, she just basically psychotic, basically.
She was
I
crazy.
never I was as a kid when I watched this, when I was a kid watching this, seeing the kiss and the mistletoe. I think they also did mid kick with the kiss as well. I'm not, if I'm not mistaken, but the WrestleMania 22 match is kind of a bit weird to me, a little bit. I did definitely say something about that in that review, but honestly, the match is just mediocre at best, and I think that and it would have been cool to see Ashley win it, but at the same time, you want to build up just by not star, but build up a person that you just buy into the company like a few months ago. So you want to build that up to be one of the infamous rivalries of the 2000s. And they had the good moments here and there. I really think Mickie James really killed that gimmick, honestly. I think she really killed that gimmick, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that, in my opinion. So yeah, that's the best match. Probably one of the worst matches in the card for me. I didn't really see myself enjoying it.
All right. You ready for the next match?
Yep.
Here we go. AJ's going last on this one. All right. The Boogeyman defeated JBL with Jillian Hall after Boogeyman defeated him in 1:54 seconds.
Oh, here we go. I want to talk about
Here
this.
we go.
Oh my fucking god!
Boogeyman just started WWE at the time. The Boogeyman was an incredible talent.
It was.
I actually enjoyed this. It was a very embarrassing moment for JBL, even when Boogeyman had Jillian Hall laying on the ground and spitting worms in her mouth.
Ew.
Yeah, you gotta have them worms by Boogeyman.
Oh,
And
God.
Boogeyman even tried to do the same to JBL, even though JBL only had a few hits. And then Boogeyman kicked his butt, gave him a maneuver, a power slam. 1, 2, 3. It was over. And I think Boogeyman was the right guy to win this match, not going to lie. Because, Boogeyman had a great character. The Boogeyman, you had him, I think, beat Booker T at WrestleMania. But I'm telling you, Boogeyman spitting the worms in people's mouths. I was creeped out by the Boogeyman younger.
I
But
was, too.
Even as a grown adult, I love Boogeyman till this day. But, I thought the match wasn't bad. I mean, I thought it would have went longer, but it just surprises me that JBL would lose to a new star in 2 minutes. But, as of that, it wasn't bad. I think the highlight of the match was when Boogeyman, of course, ate worms at the end and tried to spit worms in Jillian Hall's mouth, even though I forgot that there was a duo of JBL and Jillian Hall at the time. But, you know what? I'm going to start with Lucas.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this before then or after then. I'm just thinking, but I think before then, before the match even happened, I think Jillian Hall was starting up. And y'all remember she had that mole on her face? Y'all remember that she had that mole on her
And
face?
Boogeyman ate that mole.
Yeah, he ate that mole off her face.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, as a kid, when I saw that, I walked out of the room. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what am I watching? Like, what is he doing to her face? Why is he eating her face like that? As a kid, I was creeped out of that. And still to this day, I see myself cringing, punch myself in the stomach for that. But, oh, God, that was disgusting. But to the match, though, like, it's the Boogeyman. Like, everyone, like, around that time feared the Boogeyman around that time. So it was, like, expected to see, a squash match with the Boogeyman because he's not really meant for, like, 5-star classics or anything like that. So I really didn't expect anything less because JBL had, like, basically the fear of God, honestly. Yep. Yep. I remember that. Oh God. But honestly, I think that a squash match was much needed because you want to create like horror in somebody and build your horror character up. Even though they didn't have like 5-star classics though. But with that being said though, I think in my opinion though that a Boogeyman around that time, he really did disgust the fuck out of me with all this work and shit that he used to have in his mouth. It disgusts the fuck out of me, and it still does to this day.
Okay. Josh.
Yeah, this is where we actually got introduced to the Boogeyman. Honestly, this was very embarrassing for JBL's part. I mean, that was funny, and then, Boogeyman put in the worms in Jillian's mouth. I had the actual honor to meet Boogeyman. He's literally the most awesome guy that you can ever meet in terms of wrestlers go. If you ever meet Boogeyman, he's fucking awesome. He's a great guy. And he's he was an awesome character back then, you're scared of him as a kid, but as an adult, my God, he's fucking awesome. So, but yeah, it was an enjoyable match, and it was very embarrassing for JBL. And, I think, JBL getting embarrassed was very funny because the way JBL reacted made it even more exciting. So, I enjoyed this one.
Yes, because JBL was the most hated wrestler in that era.
Yep.
All the things, the rivalry Rey Mysterio, oh God, what was it he also did as well?
His feud with Eddie.
Eddie, yeah, that was the thing about. Damn, I remember that feud with Eddie. That was hard to watch.
Yeah. But all I know is, could you imagine a promo with JBL and MJF? JBL in that year and MJF? How good of a...
Oh, that would be sick! That's a dream match. That's a dream
That
match.
is.
I don't care what y'all think. That's a dream match.
Yeah. AJ, you want to go?
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh,
Why?
Get the
One
shirt, AJ.
Why 1 minute, bro? And this
1
was
minute and 56 seconds.
oh my god, that is such an embarrassment, dude. I don't know, man. On JBL's part, it was really embarrassing. But it was cool to see Boogeyman. But his run was very, very limited. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, he had some decent matches in the WWE, but like, they were all short. Like, oh my god. They kept building this guy as like a Halloween character or something. And then like they only have like him like wrestle a few matches from there to there. I don't know why though. But even though he oh yeah, by the way, he lied about his age when he was about to go on
Yeah,
Tough
that's right. Good point.
about his age. And yeah, we didn't know he was 50 years old at the time, so that's really weird. But anyways, but yeah, man, Boogeyman and JBL. I know people are saying like, can we have Boogeyman full time back? Like, dude, do you know how old is he right now?
Boogeyman has a Legends contract, if you didn't know, AJ.
Exactly, I know that, but like, how old is Boogeyman right now as we speak and
Late
record?
40s, I think. But Boogeyman looks good. I'm telling you.
He does.
Looks good shape.
He looks
Okay.
good for his age.
Yeah, he does look good for his age.
Okay, but yeah, man, but
The Boogeyman is 57.
not bad. Anyways, but I wouldn't mind seeing Boogeyman have another run with WWE, but hopefully in a better career. But I don't think.
He'll only do like a special match or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's full time, guys. So whatever you're saying, can we have Boogeyman back? Yeah, the answer is no. We can't do
Only
it.
for a squash match.
Exactly.
Just a squash match.
Anyways,
That's
but this match, not the best, dude. I mean, it was an alright match, but definitely not the worst of the night.
Okay. You all ready for the next match? The most inspiring match of the night.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio becomes the winner of the 30-man Royal Rumble.
Yes, here we
Yeah.
go.
To
I'm
go
going
to
last.
WrestleMania.
I'm going last.
All right, yes. Lucas, I was planning on you going last anyways. All right. So, I think this was a very well-deserved thing. Everyone got to go into the Vince's office with it was Tori Wilson, Candice Michelle, I think, and Victoria. They were surrounded. You could get your entry number out of the little spin thing, and then if you get to grab one, and then that's your entry number for the Royal Rumble match. You know, that I wish WWE could at least bring that back.
Oh, that would be so cool to bring that back.
Was that
But
the
it
thing? It was
won't
kind of like a
happen.
bingo thing.
Yeah.
It's where they spin it, Josh, and then you get to grab an entrant number out.
Yeah.
But as of the Rumble match, though, I thought the Spirit Squad, the entire Spirit Squad, was going to be number one in that Royal Rumble match. But no, all they did was just make a cheerleading performance. Like, if you're going to do that, put them in the Royal Rumble match. But you had Triple H be number one, which wasn't a bad choice. You have Rey Mysterio be number two. And I think this Rumble match was decent. It's like every Rumble match. You get eliminated quickly, and then you have a lot of people at the end of the match. But this Rumble match was not my favorite, but I think with this Rey Mysterio winning, just because you're small, you can get the job done. Rey Mysterio held a record for 12 years as the longest competitor in the Royal Rumble match in 62 minutes and 12 seconds. But Rey did this for Eddie.
Yep.
He did this win for Eddie. And I think if it wasn't for Rey Mysterio, I knew since Eddie passed away, Rey Mysterio had to win that Rumble.
Of course.
He has to.
Yeah. Hey,
He
y'all.
did it. And
Hi,
he
Jay.
did it.
Oh, hey, Jaden.
Oh, hey, Jaden.
Here's a hot take for y'all. Had Eddie not passed away, Ray probably wouldn't have won this Rumble.
But
Probably.
before anyone else goes, we're gonna go by the entrant order. Number 1 was Triple H. Number 2 was the winner, Rey Mysterio. Number 3 was Simon Dean, who only lasted 45 seconds, if anyone remembers him.
Yeah. This
But
fucking
thankfully,
scooter
he didn't
shit.
wait outside to go in the match. He actually ran in his little scooter. He ran in his little scooter thing and failed. Number 4 was Psychosis, who barely lasted. Number 5 was Ric Flair, who got eliminated, of course, by his former Evolution buddy. Number 6 was The Big Show. Number 7 was The Coach, even though the year before he lasted a long time. Number 8 was Bobby Lashley, who only lasted 4 minutes and 17 seconds. That was a failed Rumble appearance, when Lashley got eliminated by Big Show and Kane. Number 9, you had Kane, who only lasted 3 minutes. Number 10 was Sylvain Grenier. Number 11 was Carlito. Number 12, who actually lasted 38 minutes. Number 12 was Chris Benoit. Number 13 was Booker T, only lasted 18 seconds in the Rumble match. Even though Booker T's gear looked sick because he had pants on. Ever thought you'd see Booker with pants? Number 14 was Joey Mercury. Number 15 was Tantaka, who I'm actually impressed with his Rumble appearance by lasting 14 minutes. Number 16 was Johnny Nitro. Even though Johnny Nitro and Joey Mercury were going to promise to eliminate Michaels, which they didn't. Michaels eliminated them. Number 17 was Trevor Murdoch. Number 18 was Eugene, who actually lasted 16 minutes in the Rumble. Number 19 was Road Warrior Animal. Number 20 was RVD making his return. Number 21 was Orlando Jordan. Number 22 was Chavo Guerrero. Number 23 was Matt Hardy. Number 24 was Super Crazy. Number 25 was Shawn Michaels. Number 26 was Chris Masters. As of Michaels, he got eliminated by Shane, even though Shane wasn't even in the match, and that started his feud to Vince. Number 27 was Viscera, the Love Machine. Number 28 was Shelton Benjamin. Number 29 was Goldust. And number 30 was Randy Orton. Not bad of a choice. Jaden, do you want to go?
Who's going?
Jaden.
Jaden.
You there?
You know what? Let's start with, how about Josh?
Honestly, it was a memorable moment in Rey Mysterio's career. I'm still mad that match isn't on 2K Showcase, because that was a very memorable match of his career. But I agree with a lot of y'all. Eddie Guerrero, ever since he passed away, Rey wanted to make sure he dedicated something for Eddie and wanted to do something to make him proud. And I think the Rumble was the best thing, because that Rumble, he made history during that Rumble match. He lasted from the number 2 spot for a long time, and that doesn't really happen much.
Yeah. 12 years later, Daniel Bryan broke it in the fake Royal Rumble match.
I'm going to say this. That one doesn't, Daniel Bryan's Royal Rumble doesn't fucking count. I'm just going to say that.
Ray's Rumble counts.
Exactly.
Most eliminations, Braun's doesn't count.
It's still Roman. Is it Roman or Kane?
It's Brock.
No, I'm talking about if it was Braun.
Wait, why
sure
does
it is.
Count? Oh, because it was the greatest Royal Rumble. I see.
Yeah. But Brock tied that record.
Okay.
But AJ, you want to go?
Yeah, definitely a great moment, dude. Rey Mysterio eliminating I think Triple H to win the Rumble.
No, Randy Orton.
No, eliminate Randy Orton.
Okay.
Triple H was second to last.
Oh man, that had to feel good for Rey Mysterio, man.
Yeah.
Dedicating that victory to Eddie Guerrero, of course, and yeah, he went on to WrestleMania and won the World Heavyweight Championship. between Kurt Angle and Randy Orton, which was awesome. Great for Ray, man. It was like this. That year was his year until
It was.
they get away by King Booker.
Thanks a lot, Chavo.
Chavo. Anyways,
Chavo was very underrated.
Chavo's already.
Yeah.
Chavo was underrated later on in his career.
he was good, but like people were saying, he was overrated. Like in the later, yeah, I don't know why.
Kidding me, man?
I'm not kidding. Like they kept saying like
I'm about to punch you straight in the face. I'm gonna break your nose.
not me that's saying it. It's
I'm about to say.
Don't get mad at me.
I don't understand that. Okay, let's move on.
But anyway, but this match right here was fucking good. I'm glad that Rey Mysterio won that one. Definitely a great choice.
Lucas, do
All
you
right.
want to go?
So now with this one, I'm gonna go a little bit back with this one. So y'all know Eddie passed away around in 2005. You know, they did a tribute show, and you know, I really think Ray really had it the hardest, and I think Ray, Chavo, and Benoit really had the hardest of this one, and I really think that
I think especially Chavo.
Chavo, yeah, and Vicky too.
Ray even came in Eddie's card in that match.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You know, Chavo didn't last that long, anyways. But we're not getting into that. But anyways, with that being said, before then, this is like backstage. You know, Ray got his entry number, and he looked up in the sky and said, "Eddie, you got me, man." He looked up and said, "You got me, man." And Triple H now comes out with the iconic entrance, and then Rey Mysterio comes out in the Row Rider. The Row Rider he come out to a tribute to Eddie. He had the shirt, he had armband, he had Eddie based, not attire, but you know, the entrance was. Like he came out to the Row Rider, that got me fucking chills. And the little chimney he did like in his entrance was awesome. Like the entrance as a whole, like when number 2 was awesome. When he came out to the Row Rider, that was cool. And with that being said, the whole match overall was great, and then like he eliminated RVD with that cool power bomb into RVD into his sternum and eliminate him. That was a cool spot. And say what you want about but Ray always finds a way to like be an artist at the Rumble sometimes. Like he always finds a way to be creative at the Rumbles. And I really think that this like really elevate his career to be the next big star, even though his title reign didn't last that long. But this Rumble as a whole, when Randy, like the announcer, Michael Cole was happy for him. Everyone else was happy for him. He was Rey Mysterio got emotion himself, looking at the skies, thanking Eddie for that. And I think for me, when I watched as a kid, like I didn't know the meeting around that time, but now looking onto this meeting, like it's a wonderful story to say, wonderful story to touch, and even him winning the WrestleMania match with Randy Orton and Kurt Angle, like capped off that story. Like that was a great way to have that story being told, and I really think that they really did killed it here, and I really think Triple H did really good as from trying to be the villain and Randy Orton as well, trying to crush his dreams, but you cannot do that to Latino Heat, a friend of Latino Heat or whatever. You cannot crush the spirit of somebody, of any Latino. But with that being said, though, but this is no doubt one of my favorite Rumbles, because specifically of the special moment with Ray looking up in heaven thanking Eddie for the Rumble and cheering this match for Eddie. Like his entrance and all was cool. Like the way the Row Rider, the shimmy, like he got. I really think that
Eddie was inside him.
Mm-hmm. I think he was in attendance and in spirit. I think that's the reason why it helped him a lot of time Rumbles. And any single Triple H tried to attack him, throw him to the stairs, and Randy was trying to capitalize in the way he wanted, where he thought Randy was going to win, but decided they let Ray win it. That was awesome. But that should have been the main event.
What did they do again, Lucas?
Yeah. But that should have been the main event, though. That should have been the main event.
It should have. Like, the Royal Rumble match should always main event the show.
It should have been,
Always
yeah.
main event the show.
It should have been the main event, bro. Like, for
The
real.
Royal Rumble match always main events the show because that is a once-a-year opportunity.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you not have one of the best,
Always
one
main
of the
event.
great stories that being told by Rey Mysterio? Like, why was not one of the great storytellers being main event instead of like having supernatural shit like Undertaker come back, which we expect because Undertaker always come back.
Of course.
I don't fucking
The
get it.
Undertaker could have just been a surprise appearance in the Rumble match.
He could have been.
And Ray and Taker could have been the final two.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been cool.
But no, you didn't. Lucas, whatever else you got to say, and then maybe we'll move on to the next match.
Not really else to say. It's just a special moment in my opinion for me. I know that's not everyone's favorite Rumble, but I think it's special for me just because of that moment.
And plus, you love Ray, so.
I mean, I'm biased for Ray.
I mean, the way like this Rumble was put out, you have a lot of underrated entrants in this match.
I really liked Super Crazy. Super Crazy was cool.
Very underrated.
Psychosis.
Psychosis was cool.
Underrated.
What
only
else?
lasted a minute.
Shelton Benjamin should have been champion, honestly.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
yeah, there's a lot of good talent in there as well as I see. Orlando Jordan was kind of underrated too. And
I love Super Crazy.
Yeah. Nothing to say about that. Let's move on to this.
Ready for the next match, guys?
Yep, here we go.
Here we go. John Cena defeated Edge to become the new WWE champion.
Oh god.
As much as I'm disappointed to say this, wrong winner.
I agree.
Edge literally just won the title.
Bullshit. That was
But
really.
I do have some positive things about this. John Cena's entrance was pretty cool because you had that thing set like you had like a ramp that's like up in the air, and then John Cena got to walk on top of it and then jump onto the ring. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was actually cool, actually.
It was cool, but it doesn't make sense when you have Edge wait all this time and then win the title and lose it, which Edge should be the man to go to WrestleMania with the WWE title. But it was still cool to see him fight Mick Foley at WrestleMania. That was still cool.
That was one of the best matches at WrestleMania.
It was. But with Cena and Edge here, I thought the match all wasn't that bad, even though it only took like one AA to get Edge done with. You start Edge becoming new champion. You have the live sex celebration with Edge and Lita, which was one of the most memorable Raw moments in Raw history.
That was
supposed to be
poorly executed.
Was that even part of TV?
I'm surprised they did that shit on TV, but holy shit, that was such bad execution.
That shows that Edge is the rated R superstar.
Yeah.
Rated
overall,
the
match wasn't bad because you've seen some incredible moments with Cena and Edge, but Ray challenging the WWE Championship. I remember Edge offering him to backstage, but I'm not going to get to that just yet. But the last two matches really didn't make much sense, but I'm going to get to the main event. But with that, though, I get why you had Cena win because you had to make him fight Hunter at Mania, which it would have been cool to have Cena, Edge, and Hunter in a triple threat match at Mania instead of, was it Backlash or Judgment Day or something? That they had a triple threat match, which was pretty dope.
I think that was Backlash.
It must have been Backlash. But if you know, leave in the comments. But overall, wrong winner, decent match, but so on. Let's start with AJ.
Yeah, man. This one was a decent match, but I feel like the wrong winner won this one because obviously Edge just won the title, and that made no sense when you made him lose like a few weeks later, which sucks, I guess. But I'm glad he won the World Championship after that, like a few times, like World Heavyweight Championship in 2007, I believe, and then he won it back later. I mean, he won back the WWE Championship, and then got traded to SmackDown and won the World Heavyweight Championship, defeating the Undertaker, and then vacated the belt, and then like became World Heavyweight Champion through the rest of his career. But anyways, man, but this match was decent, but definitely the wrong winner won that one.
Yeah. I'll go and go for this.
Yeah, you can go, Lucas.
Honestly, not the best match of those two. Probably one of the worst matches of those two persons' career. Honestly, like John Cena and Edge, like they had a great rivalry in 2006, 2008. But personally, for me, I think this is the worst match of their rivalry. Honestly, I'm just gonna be straight up honest. Like it felt average, and again, I don't think Cena needed to win it.
He didn't.
He didn't. He probably could have won at Mania and still have a great year he had. Like, he didn't want to be messed with. But at the same time, Edge just won the title, and I guess in a way, he was in his prime, I guess, but still, like, if you want to make him more of a Hall of Famer, you gotta let him have the title for at least till Mania, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But and what kind of makes me mad about it, like after that, they had basically John Cena versus Triple H. It was a great match. But, no one else needed to see that match because, Triple H, got to bring its hair. And John Cena, basically had his own thing, whatever. RVD, thank God, ended that shit. But,
there was no
honestly,
point of RVD winning the title anyways.
Yeah, but honestly, I think with this being said, I don't think Cena needed to win it. I feel like Edge should have been the person to win it if you want to make him more like a Hall of Famer than what he is. But it just felt very average to me. The ending felt very flat.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a flat soda.
It did.
No fizz. So yeah, let's go on main event because I'm about to rain on the main event.
I didn't even go.
All right, Josh has to go.
So what match? Cena versus Edge?
Cena defeated Edge for the WWE title.
I agree. I didn't really enjoy this one as much as the match. I think it was the one where Cena A8 Edge onto like two tables.
That was Unforgiven.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Unforgiven one more than the Royal one at the Rumble. Honestly, their feud is one of the best feuds in the WWE history. I love their feuds from 2008 and watching it back, back in 2006. But Unforgiven was the better match, in my opinion. I thought, the side of John Cena and Edge, this is a side that we never really saw before, but, the match could have been better, honestly. It's, it wasn't the best.
Okay. You all ready for the main event? Here we go.
Let's see.
Oh, boy.
You ready, AJ? AJ. You ready?
AJ,
you ready?
Oh, no.
Main event time.
Yes.
Kurt Angle defeated Mark Henry to retain the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, boy. Boo. How?
Oh, my God. The match was good. But there's no point of having that be the main event of the Royal Rumble. You beat Mark Henry. The ref gets knocked out at least once or twice. Kurt Angle gives them sharp-ass chair shots to the head. You know, Kurt Angle really wrecked Mark Henry's ass. What was that freaking point? I get why you main evented, because you had the freaking Undertaker came out and used his little electric Darth Palpatine powers and strike the ring down.
Darth Palpatine powers.
Palpatine. What do you make him turn into Palpatine and then use your little strike sounds and then make the ring fall down like Big Show and Mark Henry did at Vengeance? Like, Kurt, I just don't get it. If you get, I'm glad Kurt Angle actually retained, because, you know, Kurt Angle pinned Mark Henry with his feet hanging on the ropes and the ref didn't see it. All Kurt Angle did was pick up Mark Henry's leg. He didn't even lay on top of him. But I thought Mark Henry would have had a shot to win. But if you had Kurt Angle win, you had the Undertaker come out. That doesn't make any sense, because all you did was make Taker fight Henry at Mania.
Exactly.
If you were going to do that, you're supposed to have Undertaker fight Kurt Angle at Mania. Which I think that was going to be the original plan. I thought Undertaker was going to fight Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought Kurt Angle, and I think Undertaker even offered Kurt Angle to break the streak, which Kurt Angle could have done it. But no. You could have had Taker and Angle fight at Mania, and then Ray could have went to Raw and become WWE champion, which that could have been the way to go. Then Ray could have fought like Cena and Edge in a triple threat for the WWE title, which I have that feeling Undertaker versus Kurt Angle was the original plan, but they didn't do it because of Rey Mysterio. But why would this end the Royal Rumble? This just doesn't make sense. I just don't get it at all. But as of that, I'm glad Kurt Angle retained, but that's the match we should have got at WrestleMania. And then Ray could have became WWE champion, but you had Undertaker put Mark Henry in a casket.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense to me.
It didn't.
I'm going third.
As of that, I think it's this ending the show was very silly. Lucas, do you want to go?
Yeah, okay. Why was this the main event? What the hell was that? The match was okay. The match was fun. I'll give it that. But why would the Undertaker come out? Why was this the main event? Why could not be into the Royal Rumble? As I said, the Royal Rumble always should be the main event. It always should be and always will be. And they try to go a different route with it. How'd it go? How'd it go, huh? It went to shit. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, honestly, it just sucked. It just, Undertaker had those kind of powers. It felt silly. Around the time, as a kid, I thought it was cool. But now it was kind of silly. I really think, messing up the ring is just kind of like.
I think they fought it No Way Out that year.
And they fought No Way Out, which they had a great match. But still, this could be like a main event, like for WrestleMania.
That should be.
But bottom line is, this should not have been main evented. I don't know what the booking was, but never should be the main event. Should be for the title. It always should be the Rumble match. Bottom line.
Anything else, Lucas?
Nah.
Josh.
It was a match, I didn't expect that, from a guy like Kurt Angle to just demolish a man like Mark Henry. Like, they're two different sizes here.
Both.
But I thought the match, could have been better, a lot, it didn't really, I really didn't go with it. But, Kurt Angle's awesome. Can't deny it.
So is Mark Henry.
Hell yeah. Both of them are
But-
great.
Anything else, Josh?
No, I really have not much to say.
AJ, you gonna rant?
Alright. Okay. Why the hell was this the main event? And second of all, the Royal Rumble match should have been the main event. But good match, dude. But why was this on the main event of the show? The Rumble
Right.
should have been it all. For real. That pissed me off. Anyways. But I would have loved to see Mark Henry actually won that World Heavyweight title because obviously he's a heavyweight.
I mean, he did win the title 5 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was overdue.
It was a little bit overdue. That moment should have been his, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this match right here was actually good. But just in the wrong side of the card, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mark Henry's World Heavyweight title win was super overdue. Super overdue.
Yeah. I mean, at least that one of the best gimmicks of the PG era, the Hall of Pain.
Yeah, the Hall of Pain was one of the top gimmicks of PG era.
Facts.
But the best shot Mark Henry had in the Ruthless Aggression era was the ECW title.
Yes.
You guys ready for the ratings?
It's
My rating will be an 8 out of 10. And why? I feel like I just explained. AJ, rating.
This show is actually gonna get a solid, let's say a solid 8. Not bad show. There was some matches I didn't like, but overall the show was good.
Josh.
I am also going to give it a solid 8 because I agree with AJ. There were some matches that, were meh. And then there were some that you really enjoyed and you were hooked onto your screen watching them. So I'm going to say the same thing because it kind of makes sense on that part.
Lucas.
I am personally gonna give it I'm gonna get a 7.
7. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed another episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Please, please comment below what you all thought of the pay-per-view and comment what you all rated it. Subscribe to the podcast. Hope you all enjoyed the episode. Please stay tuned for the Moshcast 2-year anniversary, which is next Thursday. So stay tuned for our next week's episodes on the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, which are
Great.
No Mercy 2003 and SummerSlam 2015. So stay tuned for that. But as of that, hope you all enjoyed. Keep crashing and burning, and stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for more and show some love. Josh, go.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, the fastest rising podcast in professional wrestling. Thank you for watching our review from the Blast from the Past, Royal Rumble 2006. Be sure to comment if you watched the show back then or if you're just exploring this now. What did you guys think of it? YouTube, people barely leave comments anymore, but make sure you leave some comments out there. Anyways, stay tuned for our next episodes here on all 3 podcasts. Stay tuned for the Moshcast 2-year anniversary, like Wyatt mentioned. And stay tuned for some more Crash and Burn episodes, as well as some cinematic analysis episodes coming soon. So follow everybody on their socials down below. Be sure to follow everybody and support what they do outside of the podcasting world. So be sure to follow everybody's socials by checking the description. Everything will be down there for you. Thank you guys for watching, and the Assassin will see you next time. We out.
Okay. All right, AJ.
Okay, y'all. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the fastest rising podcast of all professional fucking wrestling, the Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we reviewed the Royal Rumble 2006. I had fun reviewing this pay-per-view. I would recommend everyone checking out this pay-per-view out, watching it back, and also go follow our TikTok page, Crash_Mosh_Analysis.
Go follow it.
And our other TikTok, Crash Burn Pod. Also go follow all the members here and the other members who could make it here tonight on their social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, etc. Also go follow Josh and I's Twitch, which I'll put in the comments.
You forgot Maddie.
Yep, and also, but Maddie's not a part of the Crash and Burn though, Josh. That's the thing.
But she's still a friend. So.
Yeah, but also go follow her Twitch.
Go
doesn't
follow
matter.
Anyways,
and also, Moshcast is gonna have their 2-year anniversary, which that's gonna be exciting. This Thursday, baby. Day 2. Anyways, thanks you guys for watching, and the last warrior is fucking out.
Lucas, end it off.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Crash and Burn. It's a simple, basic episode today. But Moshcast University is coming up. I should hopefully be there. We'll see. But I'm definitely excited for doing this podcast for a couple years now. And that I'll just say I'll then do the podcast next time. But number 3, I should be there, and someone's in 2015, I may should be there. We'll see. But make sure it's just not be stupid people. And that's what I gotta say about that. And also make sure you leave down below what you think of this pay-per-view or whatever. And we're gonna go out Time Machine 2003 in next episode. WrestleMania coming up here soon. And
Alrighty, guys. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Crash and burn!